It has just been announced that Tyson Fury versus Oleksander Usyk has officially been signed, and very, very, very exciting news, of course. It makes even more of a mockery of the Fury and Ngannou fight, but I don't care about that fight anyway. We're here to talk about Fury versus Usyk. It's finally been confirmed. Both guys are now officially signed the contract. It's taken a while to finally get something out of this, and we finally have. It's signed. Looks like it's going to happen in Saudi Arabia, possibly late this year or early next year. Doubt it will happen late this year. I highly doubt that it will happen late this year. It will happen next year. I'm going to predict March, April time of 2024. But look, it's a big fight. It's a huge, huge, huge fight, of course. Usyk coming off a win over Dubois, controversial win though, but let's be real, I feel like, Usyk dominated the fight anyway, no matter what you think about the low blow, if it was, if it wasn't. Dubois doesn't really have the heart to be a champ anyway, but, we're not talking about Dubois. Look, obviously, Tyson Fury's fighting Ngannou next month, which, in a fight we're not excited for. And I think the reason why they've probably came out and announced this fight now is because they've either realised that they messed up, well, it might be, or they just don't, well, I doubt they actually care, to be fair, or, they just want to add a bit, or this kind of adds a bit more hype to it. It kind of makes, like, the casuals think, oh, if Fury doesn't get from Ngannou here, then we're not going to see this fight. So people are thinking, oh, well, to see this fight, Fury needs to get past Ngannou, so people are more excited for that fight now, probably. Well, the casuals anyway, except more excited for Fury and Ngannou. I'm guessing they're trying to add a bit more hype to that, to be fair. Like, hopefully Usyk's there at the fight as well. Then they can have another confrontation as well. Hopefully Usyk is at the Fury and Ngannou fight. But look, how does this fight play out? It's a really interesting one. I'm not going to get into my fight prediction or anything like that right now, but how would it play out? I think it's an interesting one because Usyk's small. Usyk's a small heavyweight who's a southpaw and he's got a good come forward style, and it's going to be interesting to see how Fury can deal with it, because obviously Wallin, similar southpaw, Wallin awkward southpaw. Fury struggled in that fight. Usyk's like 20 times better than Wallin, so I think that makes it interesting. But Fury, with how big he is compared to Oleksander Usyk, makes it, I don't know, it makes it interesting. But, Usyk's dealt with AJ, he's dealt with Dubois, he's dealt with Chisora, which, let's be real, all three of them are levels below Fury. But, it's a really interesting fight, to be fair, in my opinion, stylistically. Fury thinks it's going to be a walk in the park for him. I saw a Blade interview with him earlier, him saying, oh, well, what do I get out of a fight in the middleweight? I mean, you get to become, look, like, we can't really, judge him on that because, he's finally actually taken the fight. But, the interview that winding me up about Tyson Fury earlier, that he did with Rio Ferdinand, is he's saying that, oh, it's all about the money. If I'm getting paid good for this fight, then I'll take it. So, and even though, like, a year ago he's saying he doesn't care about the money and he's all about legacy, but then in the interview he said, oh, I'm not about legacy, just about the money. But yeah, look, Usyk's here for legacy. It's best for boxing if he wins. It definitely is. It's better for boxing if Oleksander Usyk wins. Because, if Usyk can beat Tyson Fury, he's one of the greats of the sport. It's obvious. He would have been an undisputed world cruiserweight champion and an undisputed world heavyweight champion. So if Usyk wins, he's one of the greats in the sports. If Fury wins, then you can say he's one of the greatest heavyweights ever. So, it's a real good fight. Big stakes on the line as well. I'm really looking forward to it. And, I've seen people saying on social media that Fury's going to absolutely walk through Usyk, won't even be tough. But no, I think it's a good fight stylistically. It's going to be interesting. It is interesting though, because we've seen all, like, the big fights like Crawford, Spence, and, others as well. I'm not going to get into naming all of them though. Oh, like Tank Garcia as well. Like, they're big fights, but they've just been one-way traffic. And one of the other, like, Crawford dominated Spence, Tank dominated Garcia, and being mismatches, really, those big fights. Is it the same with this one? I hope not. I don't think so. I feel like it's different at heavyweight, And, you know, we know how great Fury is, but we also know how skilled and the mind of Usyk, the boxing IQ of Usyk is amazing. But, you know, it's going to be interesting because I feel like, I mean, did Usyk get hit a bit too many times against Dubois? Yes, but I feel like Deontay Wilder would be a hard stylistic matchup for Usyk. I feel like that's the hardest stylistic matchup for Usyk in the heavyweight division, in my opinion. Deontay Wilder, because just how hard he hits. I feel like Usyk will be he'll be a lot less cautious in this one. Like Usyk's never cautious anyway, but he won't have to be much too cautious. We're gonna see Usyk throwing his hands around a lot, and hopefully Usyk works the body and just does his thing. But Fury's going to be wanting to try and snap Usyk's head back coming in. Fury's going to be consistently making a load of traps for Usyk for when Usyk wants to try and come on in the inside. It's going to be a real good chess match, in my opinion. I mean, it's going to be a good technical one, which I'm really looking forward to. It's not going to be a war. It's just going to be a kind of good chess match. Two really skilled boxers going after it. But the thing is, though, can Fury beat Usyk on a decision? Yes. I think Fury can win a decision against Usyk. Can Usyk knock out Tyson Fury? I don't think he can. Usyk can't knock out Fury. Usyk needs a points win to win this one and outbox Fury. I think the game plan from Usyk's more obvious than it will be from Fury. So, I know, it's a really interesting fight, which I can't wait for. But it's finally signed. And, yeah. I'm looking forward to it. It just makes a mockery of the Fury and Ngannou fight. What is the point in that fight, honestly? But look, at least we got this one signed. Good news coming out today. Can't wait for this one.